been great. People have been very welcoming. I like Athens, of course. I like the dynamism here, combined with the history. As to traveling, I must say it's been a lot of work, so I haven't been traveling as much as I want to do in the future, but I went to Patras for the carnival. That was really interesting. How popular that carnival is, meaning how many that are there, how they are preparing it from the day after it has been ended, and they start preparing again with all the costumes, and how the hospitality that we met when we were there. I think that Norwegians and Greeks are similar in many ways. First, we are outward oriented. We are seafarers. We are going out there to explore. We are risk-taking, both when it comes to how we go to new places and how we go into business. We are quite similar in the way that we are very direct, both of us. I'm a direct person, and Greek people are also very direct. Maybe a bit more loudly than the Norwegians are, but I think that we meet in that wish to communicate well and efficiently, and that creates a bond between ourselves. When we make our priorities, I think it's important that we focus on areas where we both countries are leading, so that we are benefiting from the excellence that we can show. And if we look to the Norwegian economy, for instance, and the Greek economy, we have the maritime heritage as a basic. We also have the energy exploration, something that we can also work on. So that is a starting point. Then, of course, in this time where the world is so dangerous and so unpredictable, we also need to work together more when it comes to defense and security. So I believe we should do more in that area. In addition to that, we need to green our economies. So green technologies, energy efficiency, carbon capture and storage are certainly areas that we want to work more on. Then, of course, maritime affairs, shipping, all the things that we already do, we need to continue to work on that. Then culture, that is something that is always something we will have to work on. So I would say these are probably the most important priorities that we will have. Norway is the largest provider of energy to Europe, meaning natural gas. That also means that we are quite innovative in how we go about that exploration. We are developing digital tools using AI in very harsh conditions out in the North Sea. So we have not only the natural gas, but we also have the competence in how to explore and how to use it most efficiently. So that's something that we can bring and we can do more on. That leads us into everything that has to do with renewable energy, of course. Offshore wind and other types of kind of new energy sources. Then shipping. And shipbuilding. There are things that we don't see in our trade statistics, but that are happening here in Athens. And that is when we have suppliers of equipment to ships or to anything that has to do with maritime affairs. They might not sell their stuff to Athens or to Greece. They sell it to China. But for equipment to ships being built on Greek ships or by Greek ship owners. So quite a lot of deals are made here that might show up in the statistics for Korea or China, etc. One area that we see that there is a particular possibility for when it comes to green shipping is electric ferries. This is an opportunity that we think that Greece also should use. When it comes to defense, again, we are developing our defense material in very harsh conditions, in the Arctic, in the Northern Sea. This means that it's proven within the NATO, of course, and also very advanced digitalization, AI, all the things that we can do to make sure that this is the best you can get. That's something that we can offer. Also in this market. So I think those are the most important areas, basing on shipping, energy, and digitalization and AI. It gives us the opportunity to provide something, cooperate with the Greek business people on very kind of sophisticated, advanced technologies. Norway is integrated in the internal market of the EU through the EEA agreement. The EEA grants is our way to contribute to the economic and social development in Europe. Now we actually these days signing a new MOU on the EEA grants for the period 2021 to 2028. Which means that another nearly 160 million euro will be going into different projects here in Greece. The areas that we are focusing on together with Greek authorities is greening of the economy, business innovation, asylum and migration systems, and civil society, and of course also equal opportunities between men and women. When this system is in place, we will, with our small means, then contribute to development in these different fields. It's not only the fact that there's some more projects that can be established, but we do this in a very concrete and close cooperation between Norwegian partners and Greek partners. So you don't only have a money flow here, you actually have competence being shared between civil organizations, between, for instance, the police in Athens and in Oslo on hate crime and how to deal with that. You have the Greek ombudsman being helped in setting up a new office in Thessaloniki. We'll continue with that. We have also a few offices being set up to deal with asylum seekers and their applications in a more efficient way. So it's very kind of concrete ways that we are helping out. Lots of civil society organizations that also have got support in developing their work. So we believe that this is a good way to work together, to show that we care, but also to establish these lasting bonds between the Norwegian organizations and the Greek organizations. This is something that the Norwegian gas companies have been doing for 25 years. When they've been exploring gas, they have captured the CO2, which is what we don't want to let into the atmosphere, and they have injected it 2,600 meters below the seabed. They've been doing that, trying it out for 25 years. CO2 is captured, transported on ship, which is already interesting for the shipping industry in Greece, and then injected under the seabed, 2,600 meters under the seabed. Greece is also quite advanced in this area. They have one of the 3 licenses that have been provided for setting up such a system already. And we believe that we can work together to exchange information, competence, learn from each other, learn from the technology use, etc. So we are following the developments here in Greece very, very closely to see whether we can develop a closer cooperation. The Norwegian position here is very simple. We have to support Ukraine. until we see that it is a free and sovereign and independent nation. The full-scale invasion by Russia in Ukraine was in many ways something that also had a goal of not only occupying Ukraine, but also to actually change the European security order. That's why this is so central for us to make sure that we get real and lasting peace in Ukraine. We cannot let Russia or any other country actually invade a country just to get more territory. This is against international law and it's against our interests. So we have stepped up our funding of both military and civilian goals in Ukraine, and we will continue to do that. And we will try to support them in any way possible. We believe the sanctions work. It's taken time to get them to work because we were quite optimistic in the beginning that they would bite earlier. But now we do see that they hinder Russia in getting the technical means they need to win the war and the financial means they need. So we have no other choice than just to continue to make sure that we get a real and lasting peace in Ukraine, and where Russia is just having to understand that this is not the way you deal with conflicts. We don't believe that military action is a solution to any of the conflicts in the Middle East. And nobody really knows how this will develop. But we see that only some weeks after the war started, that it has global impacts far beyond Iran and Israel and Lebanon, but actually having impact now on 16 countries in the region. And when it comes to how it can impact the global economy, it's even more difficult to know where it will end. Norway has, from the start of the assaults, said that we need to have a diplomatic solution to these conflicts. That military means and the military assaults is not solving the issues, and that's our very clear stand. Our historic ties are long, and Vikings is one thing, and these guards in the sands is another thing. I also learned about Pythias the other day, which is even, I mean, it was 325 before Christ. You know that the Greek seafarer went to Norway. So there are long bonds here. And again, based on what I'm saying, the maritime heritage, which made both Greeks and Norwegians seafarers and risk takers and outward oriented. So that is kind of a good base that we certainly can do a lot with. Now, an embassy is always trying to do more, but when we have what we have experienced the last days, that we have a movie, Sentimental Values, that is that won the Oscar for the best international movie, then we have an incredible tool. More than 50,000 Greeks have already seen the movie here in the theaters, and I'm sure that they will continue to see it now when it's becoming even more famous. So, and if you look at that movie, it's about Oslo. It's about ordinary life in a way. It really is a great tool to create curiosity and understanding, and showing that, yeah, Norwegians are maybe having some of the same issues as Greek. So I think that the commercial success is, of course, even more important than what an embassy can do. But in any case, we try to support what we can when it comes to authors, a Norwegian book club. We have music groups coming. Madrugada is one that I know is very popular here. And artists as well. And we have Ibsen being played. So we're trying to support a bit the different things where we can see the interest by Greeks of literature and theater and all different types of arts can be used as a way to, as a bridge between our two countries. And I believe in that the bonds that can be created by Norwegians being interested in Greek gods and then a Greek seeing sentimental values or Ibsen play. Is even more important than what we do when it comes to learning about politics, and because they are much stronger and they create a much deeper relationship than what we can have. So that's kind of, it's a basis to try to work on that as much as we can. But we certainly are very happy each time we see that this is happening without our help as well. So, but there's a lot we can work on here. So I look forward to working on that together with all the other areas that we will be working on, both when it comes to be energy and shipping and security. And I hope that we, with the work that we're doing here at the embassy, can contribute to making Europe a bit more safe, innovative and green in my periods to come here.